What's going on, world? It's your boy VO the Face back with the bucket list. It is April 4th, 4/4/21. We about to get this shit popping, man. I'm VO the Face of Fuss Network here with the bucket list. When it's you against the sports book, the bucket list has your back. I'm here with my co-host, Silly C. What's up?
What up? It's your boy.
It's your boy. And here with Jay Reezy. What's up, Jay Reezy?
Yo, let's go!
There you go, man. It's Easter Sunday, man, and we about to hopefully make y'all some of them Easter bucks. We got all types of Easter eggs and different little treats we about to drop on you.
We ain't laying no eggs today.
Oh, no eggs. Laying no eggs?
We ain't laying no eggs
say
today.
that for the bunnies. We're going to say that for the bunnies, man. We're going to start off with our segment, A Day Late and $1 Short. I just want to know, were there any bets or fantasy values that you guys were a day late and $1 short on? I'm going to go ahead and just start this one off. I was a day late and $1 short on the Jazz, man. Like, just the Jazz in general. I haven't been taking them serious because my personal favorite team, the Denver Nuggets, we kind of had a card, and I just feel like, and I know it's been two really close series the past 2 years, you know what I'm saying? But I feel like we got their number. Some teams are just bad matchups for other teams, and I feel that way with the Nuggets. But, I mean, with what the Utah Jazz are doing, they're on their third 9-game win streak of the year, and no other team in the NBA has had more than 8 at one time. And they're already on their third 9-game win streak of the year. So I just want to know if y'all think, are they championship material? Are they built from that championship cloth? What do you think, Jay Reese?
Shit, man. I don't really know about that, man. Like,
you ain't feeling the music? You ain't feeling the music?
Not really, man. They just go on these stretches of just blowing teams out, and they look like they're ready, but I don't know, man. The Nuggets it's kind of feeling like they're on a different level right now.
Yeah, man. Ever since the addition of Aaron Gordon, it does feel like the Nuggets are about to take the league by storm. But does that make us better than, like, does that make them not the favorite just because the Nuggets have their card? Cody, what do you think? You think just because the Nuggets have the Jazz's card, could they still be considered a championship team?
At this point, I'd have to say yes. And they're kind of looking scarier and scarier game by game. Like you said now, you know, how many 9-game winning streaks. So when you start looking at a 7-game series, that's going to be hard for people to win a lot of games at all. They don't lose. So I don't know. It's starting to get tougher and tougher, but I think we still have their number.
Yeah, I think as far as roster building from like 1 to 10, man, they got a solid 10 players on their squad, and that's going to be tough to beat any day. But right now we're talking about stuff we was a day late and $1 short on. Jay Reeves, what bets did you miss yesterday, man?
Oh, man, I've been clapping bets all weekend, but I had one yesterday, the Milwaukee Bucks versus the Sacramento Kings. The Bucks were sitting at -2.5. They won the game by 1 point, so I lost a lot of bucks on the Bucks yesterday.
Oh, man, Milwaukee bucked you. That'll happen every now and then. You know, Milwaukee's a solid team, but they're not just going to smack everybody out the frame. You know what I'm saying? Now, they're going to smack a lot of teams out the frame. Speaking about smack, Utah Jazz smacked a team last night. We'll get into that a little bit later. But my goodness.
You going there?
Yeah, no, yeah. I hate to double back, but yeah, I mean, that'll happen every now and then. And with these number lines and whatnot, they're going to lay them because Vegas makes money for a reason. They know where these point lines should be. And it seems like they caught a lot of people slipping yesterday with that one. Cody, what were you a day late and $1 short on?
Carl Anthony Towns, Cat.
Big Cat.
Oh my God!
His stats yesterday, even in a loss.
Monster
Let me
stats.
these numbers to you: 39 points, 14 rebounds, 5 assists, 1 steal, and 1 block. 70.5 points in DraftKings. Yeah, he was 10,000, but he definitely paid for it last night. So that would definitely be my day late $1 show.
Yeah, I bet you if you analyze the winners from yesterday, I bet you you probably say like 95% of them probably started Karl Anthony Towns. So even with the high dollar, he is a must start in daily fantasies, regardless of his injury history. Don't sleep on that boy, Big Cat.
That boy
He
played
out
44 minutes yesterday.
44 of them
He ran for
things.
44 minutes.
Ironic enough, because it's 4-4 today, y'all, and that's how we gonna do it. April 4th, man. We gonna let y'all know what's popping. Bucket list. When it's you against the sports book, the bucket list got you back. All right, now we back where we give us. All right, y'all. Shit popping, man. We got Jay Reese's Chicago Bulls hosting the Brooklyn Nets. This is a big game for the Bulls with no Harden, no KD. I'm not sure if Kyrie's playing. What do you guys got to say about this one? Jay Reeves, what is Vegas saying about this one?
They got the Brooklyn Nets at -2.5. I woke up, I kind of clapped this bet. I seen my lowly Bulls sitting there, +2.5. I was like, I don't want no part of this bullshit. So I took the Brooklyn Nets, -2.5.
With no Harden, no KD, Cody, is that problematic for Jay Reeves and his Bulls? Shouldn't he have had a little hometown faith on this one, or is he smart betting with the line?
I don't know. I just don't like Chicago. I went against them last time against them Nuggets, and you were right. So in this case, I'm not going against them. There's too many people out in Brooklyn. Harden's out, a few other people. Outside of some value plays in Brooklyn, I'm going to take Chicago to cover that spread.
Yeah, I think I'm going to be the tiebreaker, and I think Chicago's going to cover that spread too and cover it with a dub. I see the short-handed Nets going in with one hand tied behind their back, and Chicago's going to take their other hand and slap them with it. So we're going to go ahead and go Chicago for a little dub today.
Oh, that's spicy.
They can't win.
I'm spicy on Sunday morning.
James Harden.
Huh? Yeah, no James Harden, man. He's the heart and soul of the team, so definitely got to know that. All right, y'all, we going to keep it pushing. We got the LA Clippers hosting the LA Lakers at Staples Center today. Who do you got in that one, Jay Reeves?
They got the Clippers sitting at -10.5. That's a lofty number. LA is banged up. I don't know, man. I kind of feel like the Clippers just gonna wake up and clap these fools. I'm taking the Clippers -10.5.
Yeah, I mean, freaking my face hasn't seen the Clippers in a while, and I don't think the Lakers have. And I believe that the Clippers are gonna win big today at home against the Lake Show. Cody, what are the numbers saying?
Yeah, that's what I have them sitting at right now too. -11. So in there, I would say stay away from this game, but the Lakers are trash right now with nobody out. I'd probably still think that if I pick, the Clippers will cover the spread.
Yeah, and that is with Rondo making his debut tonight, and Terrence Mann, who's been coming on, who I took some long shot plays on in fantasy. I think we'll dive on that later. But I think they're healthy today, though. Like, you're gonna see Zubac, you're gonna see Paul George, you're gonna see Kawhi Leonard, you're gonna see a debut of a Rajon Rondo, and you're gonna see a Lakers loss today. So we're just gonna go ahead and keep that pushing, man. I think we're all in agreement on that one. We'll go ahead and go in our next game. It's our 4:00 game today. We have the Hornets versus the Celtics.
They got the Celtics -9. I think that number is heavy as well. I'm going to say the Celtics win the game, but Charlotte covers the number. Charlotte +9.
All right, so he's going with Charlotte. Yeah, that's a hefty number for a team that's, not exactly clicking on all cylinders.
Struggling.
Yeah, and I mean, even though without LaMelo Ball, like, they still got a backcourt. They still got a backcourt out there in Charlotte. I'm going to go with North Kakalaki to cover and still hold that L. Cody, what do you got on that?
Yeah, that one is another dangerous game to me too as well. I'd probably stay away from, but Charlotte also is missing Hayward, so I mean they're pretty.
And Malik Monk.
Yeah.
So they're pretty short-handed. I do see. if I had to pick this game, I might say that I'd say Boston's able to cover the spread just because Charlotte has nobody out there.
All
Let's
Okay.
go to the starting
All
line.
right. Well, we'll keep it pushing. We're gonna say we got that's two of us for Charlotte and two of us or one of us for Boston. And Cody says the numbers say they fare out for Boston. We're gonna go ahead and keep this pushing. We're gonna go to the city of brotherly love where the Memphis Grizzlies go to play the 76ers. There are some game time decisions on this one. Cody, we're gonna start with you. What do the numbers say on the Grizzlies versus the 76ers? Yeah, you're definitely muted. Definitely.
I have this one right now, Philly -3. This one's gonna be another game that I think will be close. Embiid's gonna be sitting.
Are you sure about that?
Right now, all the news that I've gotten says that he's gonna sit because it's a back-to-back.
That's what the numbers say too.
If he plays, I do think they cover that spread. So I think it's a good lock now.
So you're saying hold your bet like they're holding their injury report, wait till that game time decision falls, and then put in your bet. That's what the numbers are saying. Jay Reeves, do you see a bet otherwise? What do you think you got going on here?
I'm thinking that's that PIMP.
Put it in my pocket.
Bread in my pocket.
Let's
I'm going
go.
with Philly. I'm going with Philly -3, man. Tobias Harris, Ben Simmons, they can get it done, man.
Man.
At home, let's go.
That
That's
offense,
the one.
that
That's the
offense
one.
was clicking yesterday. Granted, it was the return of Joel Embiid, who's playing at an MVP level. But man, Tobias and them boys, Tobias, Seth, Shake, right now, man, they're getting it. And then Ben Simmons might be the defensive player of the year. You know what I'm saying? And Joel Embiid could very well be the runner-up. So not only are they clicking on offense, they got their defense thing going. We'll see what's going on with Joel. But while we're waiting on the injury report, we're just going to keep it pushing, man. We got the Warriors visiting the ATL, taking on the Atlanta Hawks. Who do you got, Jay Reeves, the Warriors or the Hawks?
They got Golden State -1 on the line. I'm not seeing it. I'm not seeing it. Cody, can you tell me if Trae Young is playing today?
As of right now, he's a game time decision.
Yeah.
So
more game time decisions.
Let's do it like this. Let's do it like this.
That helps with our opinions and whatnot.
Let's do it like this. If Trae Young plays, they get that dub. If he doesn't, then I'm gonna have to give it to Golden State.
Trae Young is not 2.0.
I say he 1.5.
Yeah, we definitely gonna say that for Bucket or Truck It. Y'all ain't gonna step all over my segment. I'm gonna tell you that right now. I know we had to cancel a segment this week, but y'all ain't about to step all over my segments. You know what I'm saying? Man, shout out to Off the Glass. Now that shit is out the lineup. We're gonna keep it pushing. We're gonna keep it pushing, man. With this next game, the Pelicans at the Rockets. The struggling Rockets. Houston, we have a problem. Do they have a problem tonight with the Pelicans? Cody, what do the numbers say?
Right now, I have New Orleans -5. This one, again, I don't know. New Orleans has a lot of people that are game time decisions. Zion, Ingram, Lewis, their whole team is hurting. Right now, I don't see them being able to cover that spread. I'd pick Houston to win the game, pending all those injuries.
All right, dang. So you think the struggling Rockets are finally going to take off down there in the home of NASA? Jay Reeves, you're shaking your head. What are you shaking your head about? What are you saying on his Rockets and Pelicans?
I think they continue to struggle, straight up. And
Yeah.
New Orleans could beat them with the G League squad. So I'm going with the Pelicans -5.
All right. Well, there it goes. And I'm gonna go ahead and be the tiebreaker and just go with the Pelicans because the Rockets kind of stink. Like they just stink.
I do think that, but I think if everybody sits and there ain't nobody playing for the Pelicans, that gives them a good chance.
Yeah, man. And that's going to go ahead and bring us up into the game of the night, in my opinion, just because my squad's in it, man. The last game on the ticket. We're going to do the Aaron Gordon revenge game with the Magic coming into Denver to take on the Nuggets. Cody, while I asked Jay Reeves about this question, maybe you could tell me fantasy wise which revenge game might be the biggest game tonight. Is it going to be AG? Is it going to be Gary Harris or RJ Hampton? Let me know like where the fantasy value lies with those But we'll ask Jay Reeves, what is Vegas saying on the Nuggets taking on the Magic?
It's sitting at minus 16. And I just want to dive a little bit deeper into this. I've been getting the Nuggets over the last 3 games at a premium price. I got them a couple times at minus 4.5 and one time against the Clippers at -1. Clapped all 3 of those bets. The Nuggets been rolling.
Yeah.
Minus 16? That's a huge number. I might have to go with Orlando plus 16 in this. Like, the Nuggets are definitely going to win this game. Are they going to win it by 17 points? It could be a blowout, but Orlando kind of been balling since they done made all them trades, man. They got a little continuity. They kind of clicking a little bit down
there. Yeah, man, and freaking, I don't know, that is kind of like a stinky ass line right there. We went from the stinking Rockets to that line right there. I don't know, man. That's so ugly.
That's a fat number.
I'm gonna, like, with a bad taste in my mouth, take the Magic if they start off with 16-0 against the Nuggets. Yeah, there's no way the Nuggets are gonna close that debt, but they're gonna beat them by 12, 11, 10 points or whatever, right in that ballpark. But 16 stuff. Cody, what do you got for us on this game, numbers wise?
I have that 16 too. I wouldn't even take that, but I do think that this game.
That's a whole bench player. Like, that's a whole bench player. Like, that's 6 man of the year numbers. Like, somebody come out and give you 16. Oh man, Cody,
it's
go
wild
ahead.
Because I can see the Nuggets beating them by 20 though. I can see it.
I could, but I mean, I could also see us taking our foot off the gas, kind of slowing down the tempo in the later quarter, kind of hot dogging a little bit, maybe taking some deep threes with the bench, and that's where they're able to close that lead at. Like, I could see us up by 20 at some point, but they're able to shrink that lead because people are out there, you want to get your shots up, and that's what they're doing. Probably Will Barton. He probably gonna enjoy a good game of throwing up some buckets. So, I mean, this is the bucket list. But Cody, what were you saying? Go ahead, bring us to the numbers.
Yeah, so this is going to be a big game by AG. Aaron Gordon is going to have a really big game. Right now, I have his stats at about they saying 12 points. I think he goes off. I think he probably scores at least 20 points.
Do you think the
rebounds?
Go ahead.
7, 8 rebounds, probably 4 or 5 assists. I'm saying he'll probably get 50 fantasy points tonight.
Wow.
Yeah. I agree.
The Gary Harris, he doesn't really look like he's going to be much of a problem.
That's why he's in Orlando.
Yeah, that's why he's good. And we didn't just give him because they wouldn't have just took that.
Yeah, definitely. Well, Jay Reeves, I'm gonna take me inside like the head of like a coach. Freaking, if you're coaching Aaron Gordon tonight and he's playing his old team, do you feature him more in the game plan? Do you Do you let him make his point through coaching? Through coaching, are you going to guarantee that? And Jokic is going to get him the ball. But what do you think as a coach? Will you game plan some stuff out for AG?
Man, they're about to force feed that man the ball. He about to eat tonight. I'm telling you, deviled eggs, ham, mashed potatoes, all that good shit you eat on Easter. Can I say one more thing about this game? If you do want to mess with the Nuggets, I've been noticing a trend. The Nuggets have been blowing teams out in the first half.
Yeah.
So it may be sitting at like -8. I could see them up by 10 or 12 points at halftime. So I think that's a good bet too. And just be mindful, guys. Sunday is usually a dog day, so just look out for that.
Yeah, and Gary Harris is a game time decision, so we might not get to see his spectacular play tonight anyway.
All right, man. So everything is up in the air, man. Well, this is the bucket list, man. When it's you against
Just a
the
bunch of
sports
no
book.
points.
When it's you against the sports book or Gary Harris, we got your back. The bucket list, baby. Where we're gonna give you some prop opportunities for the day, and Jay Reed's gonna let us know: is it the props or is it the ops? Jay Reed, what's your first prop bet of the day?
I got my boy Paul George, Pandemic P, points plus assists, 25.5. The over under on that, I'm gonna have to definitely go with the over. They got to step up, man. They got to step up. They got to win this game. This is about to be a statement win. I think Paul George is just going to score 25 points alone.
Yeah.
So I got him going over the number.
Yeah, I mean, I got Paul George on my year-long fantasy team, and I know y'all hate me bringing that shit up all the time, but I do, and I'm rooting for a really good game out of him. But like you said, it's a statement game, and not because, like, you know, the Lakers will have their full squad in there or whatever, but it's because the Clippers should be able to beat the Lakers B squad handily. So if they don't, there's going to be questions rose about, like, well, what about when AD and LeBron comes back? So that's where the statement lies in the game. Cody, where do you lie with this prop bet? What do the numbers say?
Right now, I have him projected for about 21 points and about 5 assists. Now, this game has potential of getting out of hand and getting out of hand early. If it does, he might play the whole game. But that's not that big of a number to cover. I think he definitely goes over.
He the props.
And I mean, he'll get a few assists. What do you think? How many assists you got him for tonight, Cody? Because that's what it is points plus assist.
Yeah, 5 assists, about 5 assists.
All right, so they're going to be moving the ball. And, you know, Rondo's going to take over a lot of that court general stuff, but we'll still see if he's able to do it. Jay Reeves, what's your second thing? Is it the props or is it the ops?
I got Lamarcus Aldridge in his second game coming back. So he's sitting at points plus rebounds. It's sitting at 20.5. I got that man looking like the props. I don't know if you guys seen him against Charlotte. He played pretty good. He had 11 points, 9 rebounds. I think you get a little bit more usage out of him. They're going to need him today. So I think he smashes that number. He's looking like the props.
Yeah, I mean, that's an iffy one because, you know, 20.5 points plus rebounds. It's tough because I don't know how many minutes he'll even have. Like, if his minutes were set at 20.5, I would agree with you, but he might go out there, get 16 minutes or something, and it just not be quite the opportunity for the opportunities. So I'm going to go under on that one. Cody, what are the numbers saying?
In this one, I'm going the props just because they're going to be so short-handed. Currently, he's projected for 29 minutes and 15 points and 7 rebounds. So I'm going to go ahead and go with the over.
All right, yeah, and there's a small sample size to work from. We didn't see him a lot in San Antonio, so we're gonna definitely start seeing the role they have planned out for him in Brooklyn. Both Cody and Jay Reeves were in agreement that that's the props, and I'm saying it's the ops. Jay Reeves, what's your next prop opportunity?
And one of the big games of the night for us, I got the boy Jamal Murray, points alone, sitting on 20.5. And they only got one ball.
Yeah.
And they got a lot of studs on the team.
Mm-hmm.
You know, your Michael Porters, that dude's a baller. The dad bod God, that dude's a baller. Aaron Gordon, he's about to get fit. That dude's a baller. With all that being said, I don't really feel like Jamal Murray is going to be called upon to score that much. So I'm going to have to say he's looking like the ops.
Yeah, I mean, with that number line you guys gave me earlier with the 16-point spread, with it looking like it could be a potential blowout, with the coming on of Michael Porter Jr., with the ball dominance of Jokic, with the revenge game aspect of Aaron Gordon in it, I see a lot of things working against this number. So I would say if the line, if the get back is good on it, what is that one? Is it like plus something, or is it just double your money? Like if the money is good return on it, I would say the over to try to take a shot at it. But if it's like a just double up type situation, I'd say
so they got the over sitting at minus 116. and the under is -106. With that being said, they're kind of trying to sway you to take the over.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? But I think he's going under. I think he's going under.
Yeah, I think with that, with it not being a big return, I'm gonna say that's the ops too. Cody, what's the numbers say on that one?
They have him projected for 20.5 points. I don't see that happening, especially with Aaron Gordon's revenge game. They're going to feed him early, feed him often. They'll probably have a point to prove with him, like now we have him. So I think in that case, and with Jokic and all the other factors, I don't think he reaches that. So I picked the under.
Yeah. All right. Well, that concludes the opportunities for the day. Remember, this is the bucket list. When it's you against the sports book, the bucket list has your back. The bucket or truck it. This is where we give you a variety of sports topics, NBA related, and the panel lets me know in a true or false type fashion whether they bucket or truck it. Space Jam: A New Legacy, bucket or truck it?
Bucket! I can't wait to see it. You know, the old one was my shit, but this new one, we'll see. I watched some of the previews on it. It looks interesting, so I'm definitely kind of excited to see it.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely euphoric. I'll say it's a bucket, you know what I'm saying? Just because the euphoric aspect of it, and then being able to kind of relive that moment with hopefully a new favorite of my kids, you know, and then maybe they'll watch it with their kids. Maybe there'll be some new guy that's doing Space Jam 3, you know, or maybe it'll be LeBron again, you know what I'm saying? But I think it's cool the features they got with Dame Lillard, Anthony Davis, Klay Thompson, and Diana Taurasi, all being on the Goon Squad, and I think that's pretty cool. Jay Reeves, is it a bucket or truck it?
Truck that shit.
Truck
Ain't nothing like the original. We saw that with Coming to America. Coming to America 2, it was nice, but it wasn't no Coming to America 1. I think it's the same thing, man. Truck it. Get it out of here.
All right, Jay Reeves is not excited for Space Jam: A New Legacy.
It will
Cody
be in a few years. Watch.
Yeah, well, he's a Chicago Bulls fan, so of course he's gonna respect the one with Jordan more than the one with LA's own LeBron James. So we're gonna keep it pushing. Trey Young is Steph Curry 2.0, bucket or truck it? You guys dove into this earlier, kind of gave away your answers, but bucket or truck it, Jay Reeves? Trey Young. Cody, bucket or truck it? Trey Young. Oh my gosh, what are you guys doing?
Hey, he's like 1 point. He's Steph Curry 1.0. He about half of Steph Curry. He about half.
So the issue with him is he will shoot you out the gym, and he ain't got like much other skills. His assists are way lower. His getting team involved, just defense, everything is not near on Steph's level. If he's not hitting his shots, he's actually a kind of a bad player to be on your team. So it's that.
Man, well, I'm gonna truck this shit too because y'all are just so convincing that I ain't got no argument against it. So Steph Curry is the only Steph Curry. And yeah, this fool's about like Steph Curry 0.50. Like
Yeah.
he ain't even there. He ain't in it. So we gonna go on to the next one. Rajon Rondo is the missing piece to the Clippers championship run. Cody, bucket or truck it?
Truck that shit. He ain't a piece to nobody's championship run, and he's kind of proven that throughout the years. I mean,
now last year, wasn't he a big piece of that Lakers run? He hit some big threes against the Dugs.
Oh, come on now. The teams had no chance against those Lakers. They was gonna win anyway. They could have won with anybody else. Derek Fox could have came. Or what's his name? Rick Fox could have came back and played now and made that team. Still won with it.
Yeah,
So,
man, it was kind of a good run, but I see Rajon go on stretches in the last playoffs. Even against the Nuggets, there was one time he like hit a three, then like stole the ball, and then hit a layup, and then stole the ball again and hit another three. It was like an 8-point swing really quick. So I do believe he could give numbers in spurts, that type of defense, that type of effort, not to mention his type of floor vision in general. I think he could be the missing piece to their championship thing, but they got a lot more to worry about than just their point guard position, because you got the Jazz out there and you got the Nuggets out there, and then you still have the Brooklyn Nets. So I don't know if Rondo's enough to put them over those type of challenges or whatnot. Jay Reeves, bucket or truck it?
I'm gonna say that's a quick little bucket. He brings leadership to the locker room, brings teams together. He's been on 2 different championships teams. Like, why can't we make it a third? I think that's a real big addition. So I'm gonna have to say bucket.
Yeah, well, I think that kind of settles it. It's 2 against 1, so it's obviously you're wrong, Jay Reeves, because both Cody and myself said truck it. But that pretty much settles that debate, man. This is the bucket list. Check us out every day. You guys have a happy Easter out there. Subscribe to the channel. Easter Bunny. Yeah, we're going to get it popping, man. When it's you against the sports books, the bucket list has your back.